Hey there, this is Sanat Srivastav, and in this video, I will show you what features MyOperator offers to you. But before we do that, let's understand what is MyOperator. MyOperator is India's first and largest integrated call plus WhatsApp platform that is used by 12,000 plus businesses such as Lenskart, Carrot Lane, Barbecue Nation, Apollo Hospitals, NCERT, and other major brands. Our purpose is simple: give you one software, one dashboard to manage all your customer interactions. We save your software cost and improve your team's efficiency. Now, let's dive into the feature walkthrough of this platform. So, this is the app.myoperator.com webpage from where you can log in to the MyOperator dashboard. As you can see, it mentions here one platform for call and WhatsApp, which I'll be showing you very shortly. I'm using my username and password to log in. This password you usually get on your email when you sign up with MyOperator. Now, on the top left, this is the main dashboard. On the top left, you have your business name or the account name, and you have your account number, the number that has been associated with your account or the number that you have taken with MyOperator. Could be a landline number, could be a toll-free number. This is what the initial dashboard looks like. It has departments, users, traffic, regions. Departments show you the details of calls that are coming into every department. For example, it's sales, support, some other individual extensions, and some other extensions regarding HR. Now, we can see how many calls have we got throughout the day, how many of them were connected, and how many, of course, were left. This helps you understand what kind of calls are you getting from people. Let's say you are a D2C brand and you are into manufacturing of some food articles. You can see if there are more queries coming to you for sales or there are more queries coming to you for complaints. If complaints are more, of course, you need to address it immediately and talk to the people who are taking these complaint calls and listen to the recordings that are available in the MyOperator panel to determine what is the problem with your product. In the side of users, you can see the list of all the sales or support agent or basically any user that you have added to your MyOperator panel. You can see how many calls they have taken throughout the day, how many they connect with, and how many did they miss. Similarly, you can see regions over here. This is Karnataka, this is Gujarat. You can see how many calls have come to you from different regions across the country. And this is usually taken from the cell tower or the registration area of that particular SIM card. Right. So if somebody has been registered in UP, it will take UP and it will show you UP over here. This will give you a decent idea about where most people are calling you from. So for example, if you are a brand from down south, say Bangalore, and you're getting more calls from Delhi, this would mean that either you have more concentration of customers over there, the marketing that you're doing, more and more people are probably seeing your ads in Delhi and then responding to it. But either way, you would get to know what is your favorable geographies, which one should you target going forward. Then you have the traffic understanding where you will be able to see when do you get most calls. For example, we at MyOperator get most calls between 11 to 4 or 5 p.m. Now, accordingly, if that my team wants or the team leader wants, they can set up their lunch times. For example, my team members can decide that, hey, we get maximum calls around 1 to 2 p.m. So let's have our lunch, say at 12:30, so that we don't have to leave the IVR calls or miss them in order to have lunch. Similarly, if you are into automotive and you have a garage where you have workers, so for those workers, you need to allow them, of course, time to have lunch, and then you can figure out when do you get maximum calls, when do you get maximum appointment bookings, and accordingly you can set your shift hours or anything like that. Now the next feature that we have here is the log section. Very simple. It shows you all the calls that have come to you through the day, and the data is maintained for more than 6 months. You can always take this data, you can always go downwards and look at the log. See, we have more than 59,000 records available to us right away at the click of a button. Here you can see the calls that were missed. You can see the number of the customer that called you. You can see who received the call. In our case, Rohit received this call. Other people did not get the call, probably because Rohit was the first person to answer. If Rohit would have skipped this call, the call would have gone to Pratham, and if he might have skipped, it would have gone to Ankit, and then it would have showed Ankit without a strike through and Rohit with a strike through. Right? It also shows you which department were these people from. Now, if you click on it, since it was a received call, you can also get the recording of it. If the call was missed, but the customer leaves a voicemail, you can still get the recording of that. These are smaller features to it. You can add notes to it. You can have add the person to a contact or block that particular caller. And you can even see the detailed call log as to who disconnected the call. You have analytics and information available till that point. Right. Now, an important feature that you can see happening right now in real time is down here, live calls. So this particular person is speaking to somebody in our team. They're connecting the call and they might have disconnected now, but they were connecting the call on IVR and they were trying to reach someone. So I could have even hung up the call, or I could have taken notes, or if the call was connected, I could have transferred the call to somebody. Now imagine you are a manager for a sales team and Sanad is speaking to somebody who you think can be better handled by Rohit, for example. You can immediately transfer that call from Sanad to Rohit and allow Rohit to connect with that person, or you can transfer the call to yourself and take care of that situation. Okay. So this is what you can do with the log section. One important thing, as mentioned over here, call. So you can go to the plus icon, click on call, and you can enter the customer's number, or you can call them directly through the call log. You can enter the customer number and you can call them directly from here. If you have VoIP enabled on your MyOperator account, you will be able to initiate calls directly from the dashboard. If you do not have VoIP enabled, but you have two-way calling enabled, the call will go from your desktop to your mobile phone. It will connect over there and then it will connect you to the customer. So that way, you don't have to touch your mobile phone for connecting calls, right? Next is the WABA, the WhatsApp Business API section, the chat section. I'll show this to you separately towards this end of this video. First, let's finish the call part of things. So the last thing in the call or call management part is the reports, where you can see the overview of incoming calls and outgoing calls. On this page, you can see how many calls were connected, how many were connected on MyOperator mobile or connected on MyOperator call flows that you have set up, right? How many calls do you get? You can see this data for as long as you want by setting filters. You can have the entire company data. You can have specific dashboards for individual teams, individual people. You can see them for last quarter, this quarter, and you can also look at the frequency if it is an hourly report or otherwise. If you want to have certain performance report, you can actually have them from here. You can have call pickup report, you can have on call time report for individuals as well as departments, right? And lastly, this is the manage section where you can set up everything for your MyOperator account. In users, you'll be able to add or remove or manage the current set of users that exist over here, right? In the department section, once you create a user, you can create a department and add that user to particular department and also give that department some value on the IVR, right? Lastly, when you go to design call flow, this is where you can create new call flows for yourself, which is you can have a simple IVR, press 1 for this, 2 for that, or you can have a multiple IVR, press 1 for Hindi, 2 for English, 3 for Kannada, and then whichever number the customer presses, it goes into another layer of IVR that asks, okay, if you have pressed for English, press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, so on and so forth. You can create as many drafts and new flows, but of course you can have one flow active. You can have different flows active for different time of the day or for different dates as well. All of this can be managed through the manage section on the MyOperator panel. So this is how the MyOperator WhatsApp business platform section looks like. And this is where you can manage your chats with your customers and leads. All your agents will be able to see this screen. And unlike your regular WhatsApp, you have three different sections: open, assigned, and closed. Open contains the chats that nobody has touched yet. Nobody has replied to them yet. Assigned ones are the ones that have been assigned to a particular user. Closed are, of course, the ones that have been marked closed by the user or the admin. Right. So now look at all the chats, we will use the filter all so that we can see everybody's chats just for this video so that I can show it to you what those chats look like. Now, first of all, let's look at this open chat. It has come from somebody named 𝐒𝐿𝐞𝐲 𝐅𝐞𝐸. That person has said hi and it shows 23 hours over here, which means I have 23 hours to reply to this message. Okay, this chat will remain active for 23 hours, and this 23-hour or rather 24-hour window will be constantly updated based on the last reply from that user. So let's click on this and see what they're saying. They're saying, hi. Now I can reply to this message. Hey, this is Sanath from MyOperator. Because the user has already replied to me, I can reply anything to them. And the moment I reply to them, the conversation will be auto assigned to me. As you can see on the left, it is Sanad written over here, which means the conversation has been assigned to me. Okay. Now here I can chat with the user regularly. I can send them any documents. I can send them any photos, audio, video, anything. I can also send them any template messages that have already been pre-fitted by the company. For example, if there is something in messages, say a welcome message, this is so obvious. But if you want to set up any other messages that, hey, thank you for reaching out to us, we'll be glad to help, or hey, look at this new feature that we have rolled out, any other template messages can be stored and immediately retrieved from this button over here. Similarly, you can edit your message, you can add smileys, whatsoever, but you can talk to your customer like you regularly do on a regular WhatsApp. Okay. On top, you have two options. Either you can transfer this chat to somebody who is more relevant of a person to manage this chat, maybe some other colleague who looks at a particular product that the customer has asked for, or you can mark it closed and resolve this chat. Okay. This another chat which is open here, this was assigned to me and this has got a new message. That is why you were seeing one over here. The moment I open this, this is now gone and I can again speak to this person regularly without any new intervention. Okay. Now in case of Devarun chat, you can see it is 1 hour left where I can reply to it. But if I click on it, you will notice that this chat is assigned to someone else. Please assign the chat to yourself to interview. Now being the admin, I can transfer the chat to myself and start talking to this person. But if I don't do it, I will just be able to see the chat, but I will not be able to intervene in it or reply to it. Okay. Lastly, there are the closed chats. For example, something was resolved, something was done, and we closed the chat. Now to initiate the conversation again with them, to talk to Shikha again, I will have to send a template message, something like this, which has already been added to my MyOperator dashboard. I cannot send a hello, hi text to Shikha like I would usually do on a regular WhatsApp account. Okay. So in this case, say Samyak's chat was available. If I resolve it, it will go from assigned to resolved. And if because the 24-hour window is still available, I can still reply to this and reactivate this chat. It will go back to my assigned section. Okay. Now, if you want to initiate a new chat with somebody, you simply have to go to new chat, click on that person's name or add a new contact. And if, for example, my chat was already open, if I clicked on Sanath, it will take me there. In case of, say, Ankit, I click on it and it will take me to Ankit's previous chat if it exists. And then it will ask me to send a template message. Okay. Now, there are other things that you can do with WhatsApp, which are even more crazy than managing all chats in one dashboard. You go to manage section, you click on WhatsApp, and here you can see all your profile information. So you don't need to go to Facebook Business Manager to edit this profile. You can edit this profile directly by clicking here. Or you can sync your updated profile from your FBM to the MyOperator WABA dashboard. Right. Now the two other things that are great with WhatsApp Business API is you can have predefined templates. Right. So in order to send any new message to anyone on WhatsApp Business API, you need to create a new template. You have to go to the create new template button. You have to write the template name, say Christmas offers. You have to select the language, the WABA account. You can put it into any category, utility or custom marketing, based on what sort of message this will be. Utility are transactional messages such as your OTPs, your bank account information, your balance, all of that. And custom marketing, of course, is a promotional message. So I'm creating a Christmas offer. I go into custom marketing. I can select the header, something that will come on top. So Christmas offer up to 60% off. correct? And I can even add a variable over here. I'll tell you what a variable is. And here I can add anything like that. Hey, this is an offer for you from MyOperator. You can get 60% off on all our plans till Christmas. It's cool. Hurry, avail now. Right? So on the right side, you're able to see what my message will look like. Christmas offer up to 60% off. Hey, this is an offer for you, so on and so forth. Right? Now there are a few unique things that I can do over here. One is, instead of a text, I can have an image, video, or a document. If I want to attach a document with this particular template which has the details of the offer, or if I have an image that is the creative of the offer, I can attach that image over here, right? Or I can simply have some text like I had earlier, 60%, 60% off on MyOperator, right? Similarly, here or in this particular section, the body, you can also add any other documents or data that you want, right? Now, in the variable section, what variables mean is you can have a person's name attached to it. So if I go to after hey and add a variable, this variable gets added over here. Currently, you can see this variable hey1, but I can define any value of 1. For example, I can have a value says hi Rohit, right? So every time you are sending a message, okay, the template will ask you to mention what is going to be in variable 1. Again, for example, if I want to have different offers for different people, so I can add a variable over here, and this can be 60%. So every time I'm sending a message, I can decide if I'm sending it to Rohit, who is a great customer, I can give them 60% off. But if I'm sending it to Mohit, who is probably a new customer, I can give them, say, maybe a 50% off, depending upon whatever you are doing to your customers, how your marketing works, right? Or you can say, if you are not giving offers, or you can plan your message differently, where you can say in one option you can give 1+1 discount, if one option you can give 1+2 discount, and you can check different type of messages with different people, right? At the bottom of the message you can add a footer, and you should always add a footer, especially in the case of marketing messages, which should go something like this: reply stop to unsubscribe. This is a very important thing. If you are sending messages to your customers, you should give them an option to unsubscribe from your marketing messages. There may be cases where they do not want to receive your messages. Now, if you do not give them an option like this, what will happen is they will mark you spam so that they don't have to receive your messages. You will be blocked from sending them any message. And if too many customers do it, you might as well be blocked from using WhatsApp Business API by Meta as well as by MyOperator. Okay. At the bottom, you have a few options. You can have custom replies set, for example, interested, and you can see that button over here. Or you can have a website that people can visit. Make sure that you add HTTPS to the website, www.myoperator.com, and sorry, this is the website URL, and this is the website. Check website. So this is what you will see over here, check website. Somebody clicks on it, it will directly take them to the website URL. You can also add a phone number if you want, say call us, put the phone number over there, and it will give a callers button. So once you submit this, it will go for approval, right? I'll submit it for approval. This approval directly comes from Meta. MyOperator will have no role to play in this. However, yes, you can always try changing your message so that it gets approved pretty quickly. You can always refresh the status of different types of on your dashboard to see all the messages that have been approved, rejected, or something. This message is currently pending for us. We'll come back and check if this has been approved or not. Lastly, you have the MyOperator campaigns. So you go on campaign, you select a number through which you want to send that message. You need to have enough credit balance, okay? And then you need to create a campaign. These campaigns will help you reach maximum audience at the click of a button. Okay. So if I have to create a campaign, say Christmas campaign, I create this campaign. I select a marketing message. Christmas offer has been approved because it is showing over here. So I can send this message and then I click on next. I have to upload a CSV file which contains the names of name and number, of course, of people and the variables. So these variables also have to be added so that for different people, different messages can be sent. So if there is Rohit Mohit, if you add the names or the variable in your CSV file, you will be able to send customized messages to each and every person. Okay. You can also download the sample CSV file and upload it. I'm downloading a sample CSV. I am uploading that file right away. Just to go on to the next page. You can see the message limit that you have right now. It is an unverified account, so it has a 250 messages limit per campaign. But if you have verified your account on Facebook Business Manager, you will have a 1000 message limit, which can go to unlimited message if you are not spamming your customers and using WhatsApp messages or WhatsApp campaigns in ample amount. I click on next. It prepares the file to upload and then it will take us to the next stage. Now, map the variables to the Excel column. For example, the first variable, I need to map them to say name, right? Because that was our name. And if in case there is no name in that Excel sheet, you can at least have a fallback value. We should have added it to an offer percentage, but say in this case, phone numbers only. So say 60 is the fallback value. Now this is the message that you will be sending to people. How many people are in this list will be visible now. The audience size is 2. That means 2 people are available in that sheet. The data of 2 people is available. This is the approximate cost of sending this campaign, which is 1 rupee 72 paisa. I can either schedule it for a particular date and time, or I can just send it right away. And I can also test it on my own number. I can put my number, test this message so that I can see, okay, if I'm getting the right message or not. And once this is done, you can just click on schedule now and this campaign will be scheduled. The moment it gets executed, it usually gets executed within a minute. The moment that happens, you'll be able to click over here and look at the details, or you can look at the analytics of that particular campaign, right? So because the time has happened, it is 2:09 now. So you can see audience was 2, sent was 0, delivered was 0, because these were random numbers 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. So it failed. But if it would have been delivered, it would have showed delivered. And if people would have read it, it would have also showed read and replied. Right? Names, mobile number, and status is visible over here. So this campaign failed, but you can create campaigns that succeed, and you can take the help of our team to create those campaigns. We check our template again, and as I said earlier, it has been approved by Meta, and we can send this campaign to anybody that we want. These are few things that you can do with the MyOperator WhatsApp business platform and the overall MyOperator call plus WhatsApp platform. So this is all. If you need any more assistance, you can directly go to our dashboard section and initiate a conversation with our chat support team.